Story time on how my catfish Tinder date hid a camera in my bathroom. Okay, so boom, let's get right into it. So I met this guy on Tinder and obviously we both were interested in each other. He was very handsome and most importantly, he was tall. I'm a tall girl, 5'8" to be exact. And a big thing for me is finding a guy who's taller than me or at least the same height. And he fit the description. I ended up doing something very, very stupid. I guess I just got way too comfortable because I've gone on many Tinder dates and nothing weird ever happened to me. Plus, I've been texting this guy, talking to him on the phone, and FaceTiming him for over a month. So we set a date at my place for Netflix and chill, and he would bring pizza and wine. I'm a homebody at heart, so I just agreed. Like I said, I was way too comfortable and very stupid. Little did I know he was a catfishing creep. Okay, so boom, like I said, I stupidly agreed to do date night at my place, Netflix and chill, and he brings pizza and drinks. He rang the doorbell and I was so happy and excited. But when I opened the door, that happiness turned into disappointment real quick. I had to literally look down to greet him. His Tinder profile said 6'5", and he was most definitely looking like 5'6". And even that's being generous, he's probably more like 5'3". We watched the movies and we ate the pizza and we had some drinks. I had a good time, but I definitely just seen him more like a friend. He tried to kiss me and I jokingly said, no, this is the first date. What type of girl do you think I am? Mind you, I've been talking real dirty and nasty on the phone prior to us meeting in person. He probably realized I wasn't interested. Before he left, he asked to use the restroom and I said, okay. That was a mistake. Okay, so boom, like I said, before he left, he asked to use the restroom and I said, okay. I showed him where the bathroom was and when he was done, he went home. We already established that I was stupid for having my first date with a stranger at my place. Well, after the date, I resumed life as usual and I kind of ignored him for a week. I felt bad and I finally answered one of his phone calls. You know, let him down easy. We started talking and he told me that I was a bit standoffish and asked if he did anything wrong. I said, no, I'm just shy. Then he said, you wear teddy bear panties. I doubt you're shy. My heart sank. Y'all, I was wearing teddy bear panties literally at that moment. I said, how the fuck do you know I'm wearing that? He said, oh, he doesn't know anything. It was just a joke. I hung up, ran to my bathroom, and ripped it apart. Okay, so boom, like I said, after he knew about my teddy bear panties, I ran to the bathroom and tore it apart. I found the camera in my outlet, the outlet where I put my phone charger. I was shocked and I felt so violated. It was sick. He's been watching me naked. I called the police and reported him, and at the moment, there's no proof that it belonged to him. He never reached out to me again, and I thank God he at least lives an hour away from me. But it still sucks because he knows where I live. Be careful on these dating sites, guys. And don't be stupid like me and invite anybody to your place.
Am I wrong for being an ungrateful, spoiled brat for the Christmas gift my husband got me? I, 35 female, want to begin by saying this, that in every holiday, me and my husband, male 33, both work decent jobs, set separate budgets for gifts. He uses his own money to buy gifts, and I do the same. We've been married for almost a year, together for 3. This is our first Christmas as a married couple. He made a list of everyone he was trying to buy a gift for. I stumbled upon the list by accident and out of curiosity decided to take a look. I found that his friends and coworkers were on top of his list with gifts that cost over $5,000 total. For example, he got a $600 wristwatch for his coworkers, a $250 bracelet for his sister-in-law, and a $900 workout gear for his friend. There was more, but that's all I could remember. What made me upset was that when I got to my name, I saw that he bought me a $20 something kitchen spoon set, stainless steel. I was too shocked to ignore this and I had a confrontation. He argued that A, it's his money and he's the one paying, so I should not control that. And B, his coworkers and friends are important to him and he's known them for ages. He said a gift should be appreciated no matter what it cost. I argued that he was disrespecting me and dismissing my feeling with the gift he chose to get me. Not to mention I spent a lot of money for his gifts to buy him his favorite shoe and gaming brands. But he got upset and said I was acting like an ungrateful, spoiled brat and urged me to get rid of this attitude and accept what I'm giving. The argument got worse and we stopped talking to each other. He still says I'm being ridiculous with my overreaction and should stop. So, did I overreact?
Am I the asshole for not bathing my friend's child when he stayed overnight? I, female 35, agreed to watch my friend's female 34 child, male 5. Her dad had a medical emergency and she expected that she'd only be there for a few hours, but at the hospital, her dad fell into a coma. She asked if it was okay if her son stayed overnight with me, and I said of course. When she came to pick him up, she was livid that he hadn't been bathed. Although he was by no means filthy, just a little sweaty, maybe from the upset in his routine. Here's the thing, her son is autistic and terrified of showers. I didn't have a bathtub at the time, and knowing his fear of showers because I did babysit him before, I opted to clean him with baby wipes and a warm washcloth. Again, he's autistic and terrified of showers. She put him in the car seat, then returned to the house to say that I messed up his bedtime routine. She said she couldn't believe I'd sent her son home dirty and thought I was a better friend than that, and that I needed to be more sensitive to the needs of autistic kids. She posted this rant on her social media once she arrived home as well. Now, I thought our time together had gone well. He cried for 15 minutes after drop-off, but after he watched his favorite show, ate a snack, and I put him to bed. In the morning, he woke up asking for her, but no tears, breakfast, and lunch were eaten. We also played some sign language games and cuddled with my cat, then I wiped him. Am I the asshole for not wanting my best friend to be my maid of honor anymore? I have a best friend of 17 years, and 6 months ago I asked if she wanted to be my maid of honor, and she said a big yes. 2 weeks ago, we had a small gathering with the people who are part of the wedding to finalize the wedding plans. That's when I got to know that she's 6 months pregnant. She didn't make an announcement during the gathering or look pregnant when she was wearing a baggy sweatshirt. Just that she was eating a lot, and one of my bridesmaids teased her if she got a bun in the oven, and she laughed it off. She said it's amazing how your food baby seems real, and rubbed my best friend's belly to find that it was actually a baby bump. The crowd went crazy and congratulated her, but at that point I felt uneasy. I feel she'll steal my thunder during the wedding since 95% of my guests will know her. She said thank you, but this gathering isn't about her, it's about me, and it will be the same during the wedding. After the gathering, I called and told her I was upset that she didn't tell me about the pregnancy and how it will steal my thunder during my wedding. She said she planned to tell me at the end of the pregnancy and not a lot of people know. She said the dress isn't tight fitted, so the focus won't be on her. I said I don't want her in the wedding as she'll steal the show and will definitely look very pregnant walking down the aisle. She said she'd attend as a guest, but I told her I don't even think I want her coming anymore.
Am I the asshole for emasculating my husband and refusing to make my parents apologize for it? Disclaimer, this is not my story. My husband, 29 male, and I, 28 female, have been married for 5 years. My husband was a nurse until he told me he wanted to become a doctor. I was fully supportive, and he is now in his first year of medical school. I've been supporting the both of us since he can't work while in school. Recently, I found out our rent was being raised by $500 at the end of our contract in April. That will push us past where we are financially comfortable. So I brought up the idea of buying a home. We've talked about it before, and he always said we could after he paid off his school debt from nursing, which we did in 2020. I talked with my real estate agent mother, who said it would be better to pay mortgage than rent. I brought this up to my husband and he shut it down. He told me our agreement was to wait until he paid off all his debt. I told him that was for nursing, and some doctors don't pay off their debt for 20 plus years. Also that I have been supportive of his career and financially. I said it was the best financial decision for us and it would relieve the burden from me. I brought up the savings we had for a deposit and that we could afford something small and modest. He said it was in our best interest to use that money to pay off his loans. Also that it was temporary and eventually he'd make more money than me, so it would be even. My mother called to talk about looking into buying a house. I told her we weren't, we would be looking for somewhere cheaper. She said we should consider it, then asked if it was because of a deposit. I explained to her the conversation my husband and I had. Later, my parents came over for lunch. They offered to gift us the deposit on a home. I was shocked by their offer. Once they left, my husband exploded on me, claiming I emasculated him and made him look bad. I told him we should take it as it would relieve so much financial burden on me. He refuses to talk to me or my parents until we apologize for shaming him. I apologized, but I told him I wouldn't make my parents because they've done nothing wrong.
Am I the asshole for firing a female employee who posts provocative underwear pictures on her Instagram? I, male 29, run a successful event planning business that I started with my ex-wife about 7 years ago. When my ex-wife and I divorced, she also divorced the business, and I then employed about 9 people to work for me. We now have offices, and we have a tight group of employees who are almost like family to me now. About 6 months ago, one of my employees told me she was pregnant, and as a result was going to leave the business to be a full-time stay-at-home mum. I had no issue with this, but it meant I had to find a new employee to take her place. I interviewed a lot of people before finding Olivia, who I went on to employ. Olivia has lots of experience and is absolutely fantastic at her job. The clients love her, and she's really in tune with what the client's needs and desires are. The nature of our work is to build a rapport with our clients, which sometimes means social media is added by clients. For my other employees, this has never been an issue. They post respectable pictures of their families or traveling. It's never been a cause for concern. Olivia, on the other hand, thinks herself as a bit of an amateur underwear model and posts these pictures on her Instagram in very provocative poses. Usually I wouldn't have an issue with this, but I don't want clients seeing them and immediately looking down on my business. I gave Olivia a warning about a month after she started working for me and told her to stop posting pictures like that, as it was bad for the image of the company. She said okay, and for a while she did, but then after a month, she started posting them again, even more than she did before. When quarantine began, we were extremely busy as a lot of our clients were calling worried their events were going to be cancelled. During this time, Olivia was posting a provocative picture once every few days. Out of pure stress, I fired her and told her that I didn't want her to work for me anymore. She said she was going to sue me for discrimination and claimed I was being sexist, which I definitely wasn't. The rest of my employees are threatening to leave in solidarity with Olivia. Am I the asshole?
Hi guys, thank you for watching. I love you guys so much. Please like and subscribe to see more great videos. See you again.